All right, welcome to Not Another Beach Episode podcast, where we, your dedicated researchers into the deep of anime tropes, are braving the high tide of questionable plot points. I'm Alex, and joining me today is Finn and Sprngr. We're here because, let's be honest, we spend way too much time arguing and joking about anime, and we figured, why not turn that into a podcast? And since we're all connoisseurs of the absurd, we decided to tackle the glorious, often baffling world of anime beach episodes. Now, for this adventure, we've got some rules. To qualify as a beach episode for our discussion, the episode must feature our character's journey to a body of water or resort. That's it. Simple, right? But here's the kicker. We're going in blind, no synopsis, no previews, no peeking, unless the week's host has seen the show before. We're diving headfirst into the unknown, just like our favorite anime characters diving into suspiciously clear ocean. And with that, let's introduce ourselves and explain what a beach episode means to us. And I'm going to turn that first one over to Sprngr.
That is I've been watching anime since the late 90s?
60s?
60s at this point? Yeah, 60s. No, I mean, for me, I just remember watching, and then these beach episodes kind of come up as a break in the action. Sometimes it's filler, sometimes it's just a respite from whatever hell is going on in the adventure, and it was always fun. Sometimes it moved the plot along, and sometimes it was just there.
I understand.
Yeah.
It has its purpose.
It does.
Well, with that, then, Finn, introduce yourself.
So I'm not as old as you dinosaurs, but I do consider myself, a kaiju connoisseur. I love my big monsters, but more than I love big monsters, I love bad bitches in bikinis, and this is a special treat of mine. I love beach episodes. I think they should be campy. I love the tropes they can put in there. And, bad bitches. I love some bad bitches. And if this can get me to rant about bad bitches, I'm going to rant about bad bitches. Also like water. Right now. Also like water. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm the degenerate.
Did you guys know the Earth is 70% water?
It's at least 70% water, and anime is 70% beach episodes, and I'm very excited to dissect them.
Well, then finally, I'm Alex. As far as introductions go, I'm your classic millennial. I grew up watching Toonami, and that's how I got into anime, and never really put together that beach episodes were a thing while watching it on Toonami until adventuring into just things outside of Toonami and realizing how absurd they are, but also how fun. Come on, we all know there are some absurd things happening in beach episodes.
Yeah,
but also we're getting some. I don't know. I mean, it depends on the anime. We might get good content around what's happening in the plot or the series, but for the most part, I feel like, and I know we've kind of discussed this previously, but it's definitely a way to move merchandise.
That's the beautiful part, because we became friends due to Mobile Suit Gundam, and even in Mobile Suit Gundam, they have these I wouldn't say well-developed beach episodes, but there's beach episodes. There's one in Seed. There's one.
Well, isn't there one in the original Gundam? Don't they go try to find salt? So they go to a salt lake.
Yes. There's the lake episode, but in the end, there's no trope to that. But it's woven into the foundation of anime is the beach episode, whether it's pushing merch, having a day off, or just, both. It's sometimes it could throw you a curveball and like develop the story even more. And it's so interesting to see what the beach episode can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be like a break in the story for the most part. At least that's how the trope was like developed. And oftentimes it's just a recap of everything that's happened up to that point. But then it usually ends up being like super involved animation wise because they have to do like all this stuff involving like ocean and water and like new character models that they haven't had before.
Bikinis,
yeah, swimsuits, all the stuff to push those anime figures. I love the ones that have heavy emphasis on like cooking, grilling, you know.
Oh yeah, the food ones are so neat.
And whenever they take special care for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the emphasis on animating the actual food itself.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I completely understand that it's not like a beach episode or even an episode, but anything Studio Ghibli does to animate like food, I'm like, that looks so good.
It's that meme, things in anime I want to put in my mouth, and it's food. a bad bitch. It's not the thing, and like. I love a good water animation. Mm-hmm. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Of course you do. It's so weird. Now,
you guys know how to swim because I know how to swim.
Listen, if you like swimming, you're gonna like this podcast.
You like bikinis, you're gonna like this podcast.
You like breaks in story, you're gonna like this podcast.
You like cringing subplots, you're gonna like this podcast.
Filler episodes, you're gonna love this.
That's right. That's right.
Kind of always like 98% of the time is gonna be a filler episode.
Do we?
Which makes this even more fun because we're singling out one episode to watch.
Maybe we should actually kind of talk real quick about what
we're talking.
Well, all right. Thanks, Finn. But maybe we should talk about some of the structure of the episodes of our podcast, not the episode of the anime. You can't control those animators and writers. They're doing God knows what. But in the case of this podcast, how this is going to be structured moving forward. So each podcast episode is going to be centered around a singular anime episode. And with that, one of our hosts are going to present that episode. And we're going to just kind of casually give our thoughts throughout the plot of that episode. And kind of break it down. Things that stood out to us, things that were awesome, things that were god-awful, things that were really weird and cringy. But then a part of this is that at the end, we are going to do our best to decipher what we think is going to happen in the rest of the anime.
Which is so funny because some of these don't feature the things they normally do.
No.
And it's so interesting to see how bad you could guess. Like what you would think would happen and how your perception of these characters is on this beach day. Because, nobody's the same at the beach.
Do they find the plot at the end? Find out next time.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Go ahead, Fed. Go ahead, Fed.
No, I think it's gonna be an interesting thing to find one that none of us have actually seen. Find those episodes, have no context whatsoever, and we're just gonna have to watch it. Just to be like, I have no idea what happens next.
Absolutely none. And I think there is some gold here because the episodes that we're populating for our list, the anime episodes, are all coming from us individually. Now, for the most part, I think a lot of these episodes have not been seen by the other hosts.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some joy here where it's going to be, what the heck did you just make me watch? Mm-hmm. Do I need to call the cops? Or I'm on eBay right now trying to buy the statue. There's going to be a couple dynamics here.
You can only find the OVA VHS tape rip. We're going to have to watch that. Just a straight dirty dub. from the late 90s in someone's basement.
The perfect dub. Come on.
I don't need no British accent.
Okay, first off, it's not that bad.
It's so bad.
Not that bad. Okay, British Bright in
British.
in
Okay,
movies is
context.
not bad.
Context. Let's get some context. British Bright Noah from Mobile Suit Gundam is dog shit.
The movie,
And that
the
is
movie,
the movie.
the movie has
the
different.
movie dub.
The movie dub has different voice actors than the
That's
show
been
dub.
erased more so, but yeah, we're gonna try not to watch the dubs on certain ones. But if it's like one of those kooky ones from Toonami, oh, you bet your ass I'm watching that cringe.
Yeah,
Sometimes being able to compare the dub and the sub dialogue has been very interesting as like what like the subtle things they change, because it's like, once again, it's a filler for the most part, so like they'll just throw in some random dialogue because it has really no purpose.
I think that'd be the funny thing too, because not only could they change the voice acting, but they could change the animation.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you think about it. I mean, they probably erase cleavage, and they probably
let's call one out. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh on Fox
yeah.
Kids. All right. Like even Fox Kids did a lot of things dirty. I mean, I don't want to say dirty.
That one episode of Pokemon.
Well, yeah, and then whenever they were doing One Piece, Sanji, he had a lollipop in his mouth and not a cigarette.
All of the guns are now.
Dude, listen,
yeah, exactly. So, if anything, I think what the dynamic's going to be interesting is whenever we have episodes that we know that we're around the era, like the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s of it being shown in America with the dub. I think that is going to be a fun dynamic to see, because there's going to most definitely be some rewrites, or it might not even have an actual proper dub. Who knows? So, but yeah, and that actually is a good call out, and something about our rules that we didn't really specify. But as Finn mentioned, something that we're going to try to emphasize on is watching the actual Japanese version of these animes, these beach episodes. But of course, whenever it comes down to it, sometimes you just can't beat the English dub.
I think you can beat it. Yeah. So as rules follow, I mean, that's what we.
Rules followed, but I'm going to call you out right now.
What?
G Gundam dub is way better than the actual Japanese G Gundam.
We'll have to get there.
Okay.
We'll have to, I mean, we've seen it.
Gundam
But add it to the list.
I think there is one. I think there really.
I'm
is
sure
one.
there is. There's a couple Gundam ones. It's in anime.
You're right.
It's
Google
hard.
Google just tried to suggest to me Doan's Island.
That's a beach episode. Technically, it is a beach episode. Okay.
I mean, it's easier to find an anime that doesn't have a beach episode than it is to find an anime with a beach episode. Wait.
I think you said that wrong.
Cut that.
No,
Pause. It's fuck. Oh my gosh. No, it's
harder to find a beach episode.
It's harder to find
and it is
an anime without a beach episode than it is to find an anime with a beach episode. Fuck you. I hate you.
Folks.
It's. You gonna let me record that? Fuck you guys.
No. Off the cuff.
What's the name of the podcast again?
Another beach episode.
Podcast.
No, listen. I accept my mistake, and for those that are listening to
no
episode
idea
0 right now, you're gonna get it in the first episode. All right. I had just got done throwing an absolutely amazing Beyblade tournament. All right. Took these two dumb bitches. I got second. All right. Finn, what did you even place?
Fourth.
Did you?
Fourth is fine.
Did you have the bracket data?
I have fourth, right?
I'm looking this up right now.
Because I lost out with Sprngr.
I took first.
Yeah.
No, and then the other Michael took third. I'm getting to this.
Yeah.
I'm getting to this. All right,
this is
hold
not
on.
going to be in the. This should not be in the podcast.
No, it's going to be in the podcast. Yeah, you did not get fourth. It was Dave, then Clay, and then you got fifth.
Oh my god. Fucking
Anyways,
Yankee.
back to this. All right, I made a mistake with the name of our fucking podcast on the first episode.
They'll hear it. You don't need to explain yourself. They'll hear it.
They'll hear it. They'll hear it. They'll hear it.
Yep.
Any final thoughts though before we launch this fun little thing?
I would say on my end, honestly, very excited to do this. This has been this podcast has been in my head for a minute now, and I'm just thinking about something that would be stupid, and especially, honestly, to give some history how this all stemmed, and background to our friendship. We basically all met on the internet around our love, as Finn mentioned, around Gundam and doing Gunpla and building that out. With that, we started to do a watch night where we would watch Gundam about maybe three episodes every week. Yeah,
At least, yeah.
And so
During the pandemic, yeah,
during the pandemic, it was a great time. And so with that, just chatted, joked around with the episodes. I mean, we can all go back to watching Gundam X and the dolphin episode, new type dolphins. But with that, we had good banter. Okay, I thought we were funny.
We're best buds, and we're hilarious.
We're funny.
hilarious.
We should start a podcast.
That's
Oh
right,
my
and we're
gosh,
almost all 30. We're almost all 30. Okay.
Almost
Yes,
all 30.
I'm almost 30.
No.
I'm
almost 30.
I'm
I'm the
hip.
3 hosts.
I'm
All
actually
right.
a young, hip 21-year-old.
Yeah,
If anyone wants to know.
But with that, I'm honestly really excited to do this with y'all. I think this is going to be pretty funny, and I think this is going to be very enjoyable. And I also think we're going to see some episodes that are going to make me just drop my jaw and be like, "What in the living fuck did I just watch?"
I listed some idol shows I love. So yeah, no, the 3 things I love is big monsters, bad bitches in bikinis, and mecha robots. So this is going to be great. I'm going to list them all.
Sprngr, what you got for us?
I'm going to bring some wholesome anime.
Get this guy out of here.
Whoa.
It's pervert time.
No.
I'm going to make you watch Sonic X.
Yeah, we are. It's anime. We're gonna do this, and don't worry, audience. Part of this is gonna be calling out the ages of the characters in these episodes we're watching, and making fun of Finn with how cringe. I'm just kidding.
Don't even. Don't out
Just
me like
kidding.
that. In general, please, listeners at home, reasonable ages is fine.
Yeah,
And
reasonable ages is totally fine.
Above 18.
Again, but we're gonna call out the other people. All right, the other people that are weird on the internet.
Degeneracy, yeah.
There's definitely a lot.
The Japanese have gotten away with it for too long.
Too long.
Perverts.
Well, I think honestly that kind of wraps up. This what are we calling this? Episode 0.
This is episode 0.
Episode 0. Honestly, we just hope y'all enjoy the podcast, specifically with our first official episode, detailing and out the late 90s anime hit Outlaw Star episode 23, Hot Springs Planet Tenrei. We definitely had a fun one talking about this and getting together to record it. So we're excited for everyone to listen to it. But thank you for listening today.
I will go into last word context. Alex didn't tell us that this was a Hot Springs episode, and so we had to change the rules around a bit for the beach episode podcast.
It's a part of the trope. I read it. I said it at the beginning of this episode.
It is a cousin to
I
the
didn't even clarify it as a cousin. I'm counting it as a beach episode. We're just going to go for it with it.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna go find
I'm excited.
Lake episode now.
Yeah, listen, I've got a lake episode, but none of us want to watch it, okay?
Yeah.
None of us want to watch it, but I am going to put on the list now.
All right.
Any body of water.
Yeah, that puddle down the street.
Down the street. They go to that puddle, that counts. They put on a swimsuit, that counts. They go to a river, that counts. Pond, river, puddle.
I closed out that episode.
Thanks for listening to episode 0, I guess.
Please tune into the next one. Please.
Now hit my ska music, motherfucker.
No!
Ara, ara.